What's going on, everybody? I'm really excited because you're now going to meet these two iguanas. We got them named the Rhino iguanas that we just got. I want to show you just how spectacular these two really are. Watch your head, Tom. We also got brand new names for them, okay? Sophia and I came up with what I think are the perfect names for these Cyclura. These are, of course, rhinoceros iguanas. That is Rocky, and Pebbles is up there. And it kind of fits with the rock iguana vibe that these guys have. Hey, buddy, come here, come here.
This guy is way more massive than I realized. Like seeing him in real life.
He is huge, dude. He is definitely big. He's friendly. They've been settling in. It's been just about 2 weeks since we got him. Look at this. Already, we've got this guy enjoying cactus. But yeah, he's huge. And I gotta be honest, I don't know, I can't remember if Azul, my original rhino iguana, I got her in 2005. She was with me about 10 years. She died, right? I think we were still doing Kamp Kenan at that point. She was this beautiful. She was very similar to him in size. But you notice he's got the beautiful spines. And look at this color. It's almost like a rusty color, is that right? I mean, you know I'm kind of colorblind, Tom.
It's green with some copper in there.
Yeah, like it's amazing, man. Like this is
spine is like perfect.
Yeah, they're perfect spines. Now, he's actually from the Donkey Kong line, which is one of Ty Park's animals. So he is of a very prestigious lineage when it comes to rhinoceros iguanas. Because remember Donkey Kong, how large he was?
He was massive.
He's massive, right?
We'll put a link up so you guys can see that
so you can see just how big he is. But yeah, guys, this guy has the same genetics, so I'm pretty excited.
So wait, is he older than your other rhinos?
You know, that's a great question.
Why is he, or is he just bigger because he's got the Donkey Kong?
I think he's just bigger. Yeah. I went back in my Instagram and I found the images from when I first got Petra and Petra from our friends, the Starborns at Starborn Reptiles. Dave Morningstar, that is. I looked and it was right around 2015. So those are 10 years old also. These are 10 years old. But when we go in and look at Petra, you'll notice he's much smaller. So it's got to be genetics. I don't know if Petra is just growing slower, if my feeding schedule is different. I don't know. But I'm really, really excited. When the gentleman who brought these animals to me reached out to me and said, hey, I have an adult pair of rhinoceros iguanas I'm looking to give to a good home, I almost said no. And I'm glad I didn't. An adult pair of rhinos, you guys know I loved Cyclura. This is just, they sent me pictures. I couldn't really tell how big they were from the pictures. But they are proper, man. These guys are amazing. Perfect. Yeah, they're perfect. They really are. I mean, look at this. Their tails, perfect. Spines, perfect. No missing digits. If anything, I noticed on one of his claws, I have to do, look at this. Look at this claw. It's incredibly long.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to trim that down. Oh. So you notice how short this one is? Mm-hmm. This one needs to be broken off. Maybe he was in an area where he couldn't dig. So we're going to see how it's twisting his foot? His toe. We're definitely going to want to trim that. So that's something that I got to get to. Maybe even later if I can get the proper tool.
He's not used to the camera. He's staring at the camera. Like,
yeah, he's curious
up with this thing.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on? I like to help them shed right around their toes. If you look, sometimes if there's retained shed, it can cut off circulation to their digits. And
so wait, the names again are what? Who is he?
That's Rocky.
Rocky.
Yeah, it's a cool name. Yeah, it's simple. Rocky, Rock Iguana, and then up here is Pebbles. Now, she's been a little bit shyer, but let's see if I offer her a treat, if she'll come over. Come on, girl. Oh, yeah, she's going to stand up, show off how big. She's a big girl, too. So, they have produced eggs before. She gave me a little whip. Are you whipping me? But if you look at look at her rostral horns, the horns on her head, they are beautiful. I mean, really, really big horns. So I'm pretty excited about that. And she's also got, just like our girl Azul, my original female, she has these chin horns as well. I don't know how friendly. Yeah, she's not really friendly at the moment. I'm just gonna kind of, maybe it's the camera. But I think, you know my deal. When I get in here, man, and hang with them more and more, that's what's gonna really calm them down. So we're still looking at animals that are settling in, but she seems to be in a submissive pose now. She's been eating fine, but the cactus here, I don't know if she's interested in it. She's gonna close her eyes. But I'm psyched, man. These are just beautiful animals. I'm so excited to have them. I'm gonna break some of this up, throw it down for her. Maybe she'll, you never know. She's just extremely shy. There's something, she looked at it at least. I'll make it big enough, let's see. She's curious. Well, something's going on here.
She's coming to me. I got both hands up. Is that better or worse?
You're fine. She's looking at this. Yeah, she's interested. There you go.
Nice.
That's perfect, man. That's what we want. This is how you build trust. You offer them something tasty, and she's going to nibble away at it. Look at how easily she can break this. This cactus is pretty tough, but those teeth, everyone thinks because they're vegetarians or herbivores that they aren't dangerous. You can be really cut open with her teeth. So they got those powerful jaws, and you definitely don't want to get bit by these. If you ever encounter these in the wild, if you're ever in Hispaniola on vacation, not many people are going to Haiti for vacation, but maybe to the Dominican Republic, which shares the same island. You could potentially see these animals. I know there's a population of rhino iguanas just off the coast of Puerto Rico as well, on a small islet there. But if you ever go there, you're going to want to be careful not to reach out and touch them. They're not tame like these. But that being said, when raised in captivity, they are just awesome. That's why I love Cyclura, and I love the varanids, you know, the monitor lizards, because they do tame up and they are so interesting. And I don't know what it is, man. I just think looking at these guys, you're looking at a real primitive looking animal. I mean, they've got the horns, they've got the beautiful spines on their bodies. They got that robustness that I love. I always call them the weightlifters of the lizard world. They're just awesome lizards, man. And I'm so glad that we have them here, this group of them now. So this is quickly becoming the Cyclura cage, okay? Because we've got Guapo out front, pair of rhinos here. Let's go check out.
They've got some serious space. Like this is
it's
for them.
The way it's got to be with Cyclura. They need the space, and you can really only keep 1.1 together. I'd love to be able to do
that?
The males will fight, and the females will battle each other as well. Come on in. Let's see who's out and about. Yeah, the females wind up, it's kind of, picture it this way. In the wild, you're gonna have one male, and his territory is gonna overlap other females' territory. So think of it like you got his territory, and then a female might come into his, another female comes in, and it's almost like a daisy, like a flower. He's at the center, and then he gets to breed with a few different females. And the females will kind of tolerate each other a little bit more, but at the end of the day, they're competing for nesting sites and resources, food. And the males competing for those things, and the females. So the males tend to stay away. They have that combat, the head bobbing, the jaw fencing, where they open their mouths and they battle. And as we saw last year, even if it's a different species of Cyclura, Guapo almost was killed from the battle that he had.
So nobody keeps them as a herd, not even at Starborn, nobody.
I've never seen anyone do it.
Interesting.
I've never seen anyone have an enclosure large enough that they could keep the male and the females together.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. But we're talking, you know, probably a couple acres.
But like you said, so even though it's a daisy, even the females, they would need a tremendous amount of space. You couldn't do 1.3 or 1.4. You can't.
And then look at my girl. I think she might be getting swollen with eggs. She should be laying eggs very, very soon if she decides to do it this year. I'm not 100%. She's starting to lose. Oh, look at this. Come on. She's starting to lose fat reserves in the back there, so I am
she's
thinking.
Not every year?
Well, she has bred every year since she's turned on for me. Last year we had a bad year because I've recently figured out that I had the wrong. My thermostat on my incubator isn't correct.
No.
So I have a separate. I've now got a separate thermometer telling me the temperature of the egg situation.
What do they need to be at?
They need to be at 86, and I think I was far too low. And that's also coincidentally why our Cayman eggs didn't have such a high success rate. They're supposed to be at 89, 90 degrees, and they were way too low.
It's interesting you say that, because we had a little disagreement last year when we had the wonky ones.
I think it was too low.
The wonky ones came from the incubator, and the good ones came straight out of the nest that we didn't catch.
Well, that would have been true, but it wasn't.
Was it?
It wasn't. Well, I'm not, going back, I'm not 100% sure.
To review that video.
Yeah, I didn't actually make note of the one. I don't think I made a note of when we pulled the ones out of the nest. Did I mark them, the ones that came out of the nest? I can't remember. That would have been smart to do, but I'm thinking
when they hatched, if I recall, that's why I thought it. You knew which were the incubated and which were not.
I got to go back. Someone knows.
Someone's gonna know
the comments
this.
below.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the hell I've done. I'm trying to get him out. Here goes our guy. Yeah, so he's an impressive animal. He's just not. Let me just see if I can push him out. There we go. He's just not as big as Rocky, man. Like he's just not as big as the Rock.
Yeah, it's just, not the same girth or anything.
Look at that, though. I mean, he's handsome, though. So it is going to be cool. And these were from Queenie, which is the Starborn's famous female. So it's pretty cool that we've got...
So this is now the Cyclura cage.
Yeah, I think so.
Everything in here. In every facet.
Actually, there are some Aldabra tortoises in here that are extremely shy. We were talking about them
a
while back. But yeah, let me shut this. I don't want it to accidentally fall. But yeah, we got the Aldabras here and here. But let's see what he does. Yeah, he's not interested in food.
Oh, here's the Aldabra.
Yeah. So, and then if you look, actually what I want to do is get a few of these since he's not eating it. Let's see how Lola's doing, because Lola's been on the mend. She's been eating. Look at him. So cool.
So give me a refresher. So now Lola's here. She's a Cuban rhino.
She's a Cuban iguana. Cuban, not a Cuban rhino.
Yeah, a Cuban rock I meant. Yes.
Cuban rock, right.
And that's Cyclura as well.
That is. Basically all the iguanas that are on the Caribbean islands are Cyclura with some exceptions. There's Iguana delicatissima, Delicima? I always say that wrong.
How many subspecies are there? Are there many? There must be many.
There are. There's Cayman brack. There's the Lewisii, the Cayman brack. There's the Mona Island rhino iguana, the regular rhino iguana, the Cuban iguana, Jamaican iguana. There is the Figginsii, the Exuma Island iguana, and I'm sure I'm missing a few others as well, but I'm just seeing our girl.
How's she liking life in here?
She's doing all right. She's doing okay. She's got her own little hangout. The most important thing is she's healthy again. She's eating. She's got this area right now. I'm going to have to put in here a hide box for her, but in the meantime, everything else is good. She has kind of tried to dig a little bit, but she seems to have settled in nicely, which is good. But she's kind of far away to where I can't reach her. But we'll just leave this cactus for her. So yeah, they're awesome, man. I mean, you got this male Petro. One thing I am glad I did is I'm glad I put up that barrier, the visual barrier, the bamboo, because that's kept the stress levels down. Those animals can move around in there, and then we don't have any drama. Let's turn on the water. I love my really cool water situation here. So we're gonna go ahead and just do it by remote app here. I love this. Oh, look at him getting a drink.
Yeah.
Let's get him some freshies. There we go. So that water comes on every day, or whenever I want to just turn it on and kind of put water through. You see it's coming out right now. And that's one of the ways you can get a tortoise or a Cyclura to drink, is have the water drip in. And it agitates the surface. They know now that fresh water is going in. Same thing with tortoises, especially sulcatas and drier species. They see that surface agitation, they're drawn to it, they drink. And then of course this is just gonna run through and it kind of pushes out any of the stagnant water and gets fresh water in it, and these guys do well. But you know, he's probably just as long as Rocky, I think. I think length, he's long.
Yeah,
But he's
not
just
the
not
size, not the
yeah,
heft.
like he's got that heft, and that's that Donkey Kong genetics. I think that's what it is. So now, when we have babies of theirs, we're going to keep them separate, right? We're going to have one clutch so that everyone will know. You can decide: do you want a more petite Rhino iguana, or are you going to want a more robust Rocky line, who's from Donkey Kong? But that's great. I mean, I love seeing them drink. These are all part of the things you have to do with husbandry. You spend time with the animals, make sure they're acting normally. She's starting to be a little bit more reclusive, and that's because she's starting to develop egg follicles, and she's going to lay soon, and she'll make her nest, and we'll dig it up and incubate. But yeah, he's awesome. Cyclura, probably, you know, one of the best pet lizards you can get as long as you have space. So a large indoor enclosure is going to be necessary. You're going to have to bring them out, get them sunlight. But if you live in the southern part,
could it be your first lizard?
you know, if you have the space, yeah, because if you buy one as a hatchling and raise it up, it's really not much different than a green iguana, which is also a large animal. Many people have gotten those as their first lizards, but always start small because you learn and grow with the animal, you know. So that's always taking the stress off. Jumping right into an adult can be challenging if they're not tame. Especially their claws, their tail, and their mouth can really give you a walloping. So you want to be careful. They're not to be messed with. But when they are tamed down, they are probably one of my favorite pet lizards in the world. Clearly, because I have now 4 of them here at the camp, which is awesome. Let's go see Rocky again. Let's finish off seeing this big dude.
I want to see Guapo too.
Oh yeah, let's go see Guaps. Watch your head. Hey, what's up? There he is. Speak of the devil. He appears. All right.
Yeah, it's just the muscles. He's just the muscle bound in.
Yeah. He's been hitting the gym, dude, right? Let's see how friendly he is. Oh, there you go. That's what you like to see. Him raise up, but the tail stays planted on the ground, the tip. I'm going to really trust him here. I don't know this lizard that well, and I get a little bit hands-on when it comes to helping them shed. There you go. I figure I got the opposable thumbs. I might as well help them out. But yeah, he's shedding here. Look at this. And that's how lizards shed. They shed in pieces, not like a snake, but they're going to shed in little patches. See that? And I'm not going to pull any more than that because I can feel it's still tight. So you don't want to like peel it too soon because it's like a sunburn. If you get a sunburn, you pull too soon, you're pulling off good tissue. So I just kind of help them, get them ready. Seems to appreciate it, but a great animal, man. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the size of these jowls. Look at the size of these jowls. You give him a scratchy.
He's digging that.
Yeah, I think so. That's so cool, huh? We'll get there with the female. We're good. They just have a different love language. You know, I have to bring her presents. Very, very good. Let's go see Guaps. He's awesome. He's another one of my character animals. You come on out here. You'll shut that door and then I'll open this one. There he is. Handsome Harry over here. Hi, buddy. He just had a whole bunch of food yesterday. Come on. And that's what I like to do. I like to kind of get him out.
Come out so he can get out here.
Yeah, man. You know, Guapo, he is so darn tame. He's going to give us the head bobs, but he'll come out here and he'll nibble away on this stuff. I like getting him out, but you can see how good does he look. Remember what last year? It's been a year.
Yeah.
Look at that, right away. Doing some yard work for me. Such a good lizard, man.
What's the kind of whitish on his back of his head there?
Well, that's scar tissue.
That is all
So
scar.
that's actually the scars from the injuries he had sustained last year.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So he's gonna have. He almost looks piebald now.
Yeah. Right.
But he's
He looks
not. Look on
different.
the back, his left flank.
Yeah.
You can see a little white there, and that's just from a real heavy battle that he had last year. It was nuts. Now I can only imagine what would happen if Rocky got a hold of Guapo. That would have been
Oh my God.
I'm glad that it was Petro. But look at how big Rocky is right here. Look at how puffed up he is. That's a badass animal, man.
Does he have
So
any
stoked.
idea this guy's on the other side?
I don't think so, but you know, I got to fix. I'm noticing the water every once in a while. These are the things you got to do, man. It's not actually going into the dish, so you got to pull these out sometimes and push them down. There we go. And then I can actually take it, spray it out, right? Just so easy when it's on a timer like this. Now he's got cool, fresh water, and he's got all the weeds on the buffet he wants. Now, eventually, I was going to turn this into a Costa Rican bird-eating snake habitat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. And my buddy John from Palm Beach Colubrids, he's been so patient, and he wants to give me one, and I want it, but now I need this for Guapo. So I'm hitting pause on that snake. I got to figure out a new snake enclosure so that we can get another snake at the camp. We're well represented with Cyclura and Varanus, but we need some snakes. I love them. I just haven't had the opportunity to get some cool ones, and the bird-eating snake I think is awesome. Super active, super fun.
Obviously you need a very tall cage for them.
I would like a tall cage, yeah, because they're arboreal. I want them kind of up in the air. I think that would be cool. But look, I love how they eat. So if you notice how he eats, he just grabs a leaf, plucks it off. He's very, very good with his mouth there, you know, and they're not eating the roots. They're not getting any of the soil. So they're eating off the branches. So that's why it's important when you do feed in captivity, you make sure you feed on a plate so that they don't ingest any of the substrate, because that could lead to impactions and things of that nature. Whereas tortoises are a little different. They're always grazing off the ground, and sometimes they mow their own lawn so short that they will ingest a little bit of sediment. So that's it, man. He's doing good. He's my #1 guy. We love the Guaps. Most trustworthy Cyclura I possess. I love this lizard because I know he would never do anything to hurt me, my buddy. There you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed a new update of our new Cyclura, our new Rhino iguanas. Got to see Lola and Guapo, plus Petro and Petra. What do you think of the names? Rocky and Pebbles. I think it works good. Let me know in the comments below. And if you're feeling like you want more Kamp Kenan, go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan for more bonus videos. Live with me every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And what else? Some other little odds and ends that you can partake in.
Scenes videos.
Exactly.
Ask Kamp Kenan questions, answer videos. We got all kinds of stuff.
Still handsome. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Take care. Hey, buddy.